I'm colored. You don't understand me.
Oh,
You
really?
don't understand me. If I was a different color, you would.
Okay.
It's so true. It's so true.
Wow.
You know this. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
dear Lord. Is this where we're at in 2025? Why am I surprised? Ever heard of an excuse that's so ridiculous that even a judge can't keep a straight face? Well, today we will dive into one of the wildest hit and run excuses ever caught on camera. Yeah, this isn't going to be some drama, TV, movie, or whatever. No. This is a real, actual video from court. And the excuse, well, American Idiocracy, showing its true colors in this case. A woman, the defendant, stands accused of committing a hit and run. The complaint says that she was honking her horn over and over again, trying to get the driver to stop, but nothing. The judge listens carefully, and then when the defendant offers her excuse, disbelief takes over the courtroom.
Yes, sir. I want you to know, I don't know anything about your case. All I know is that you've now, as of 3/26, yesterday, you picked up a failure to stop and give information. What happened? Oh, well, hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, good.
On March 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 15357 Wallaceville Road in Harris County, Texas, regarding an FHDI call. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that she followed the defendant after the defendant's vehicle hit her twice and failed to stop and give information. The complainant stated that she was driving southbound on the Sam Houston Parkway, and the defendant failed to drive in her lane and sideswiped her, causing the vehicle damage to the right side panel of the defendant's vehicle. The complainant stated that she blew her horn several times for the defendant to stop, and the defendant refused. The complainant followed for approximately 3 miles to 15242 Wallaceville Road, and the complainant and the defendant exited their vehicle, and the complainant told the defendant that she hit her vehicle and needed insurance information. The defendant then told the complainant no, and that she was getting something to eat. The defendant went inside the business, exited, and then entered her vehicle and attempted to drive away. The complainant blew her horn several times to get the defendant to stop and told her the police were coming, but the defendant ignored the complainant. The defendant then began to put her vehicle in reverse and proceed backwards, hitting the complainant's vehicle a second time. The complainant.
So are you telling me that now it was intentional?
Oh my God. Really?
The complainant moved her vehicle to avoid being hit and followed the defendant. The complainant flagged the police down to identify the defendant as the person who struck her vehicle. The estimated damage from the complainant was around $4,000, and the defendant stated she didn't stop because she was hungry and colored.
Okay, I told myself I wasn't going to do this a lot, but I can't help but at least narrate or comment on what's going on in so far watching this video, and I'm sure if you were in my chair right now, you'd probably do the very same. That being said, thank you so much for watching American Idiocracy. I really do appreciate you taking the time out and, well, to sit here and listen to me blabble on as we watch Idiocracy such as this. So let me get this off my chest, and I'll try my best not to interrupt so much as we proceed. First of all, you probably know damn good as well as I do, there's a very good chance that the defendant here, wearing what looks to be a county jail t-shirt on backwards, was probably in her car, more concerned about what was on her phone or whatever. You know, she doesn't give a rat's ass about what's going on out there, because, she's not concerned about others. It's all about her. It's all about her. Nobody else. So let's face it, I think a lot of us see that more and more in today's American Idiocracy. So many people are just so self-absorbed. That is for sure. Not thinking of others. And not thinking of others, I can't help but look at her. I would assume the state of Texas has provided the lawyer. I'm guessing a lawyer. It's hard to tell the way she's dressed. I mean, look, I'm no expert here, but anytime that I have ever seen it, even in the real world that we still live in, You're supposed to dress more professionally than this when you show up at court. Not like you just left the Y or the grocery store, or maybe she got a text message saying, look, we are desperately needing a lawyer right now here in the courtroom. I don't care where you're at. Just please show up and defend Miss Hit and Run right here. Oh, and I did cut us off where apparently her excuse was, yes, she's pulling the race card here. We get into it right now.
And what?
Color.
Color.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's colored. That's why.
You look up to see if she has a valid Texas driver license.
Yes.
Ms. Gill, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Not only are you on a felony probation for assault of a peace officer,
Oh,
not
Jesus.
only are you on felony probation for injury to a child under 15, but you pick up, after both of those, an evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now an FSGI. I am taking away your privilege to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit.
That's
with me
it?
promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive in violation of this affidavit, I will have a contempt. I can have a contempt hearing.
Yeah, what?
I can have a contempt.
Jeez. Oh, where are we at today? I don't know anymore.
Finish.
I'm so sorry.
Finish.
I'm a commercial driver.
Say what?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
If
She's
you
fucked.
do have a CDL,
All right, that is correct. She does have a valid CDL.
are held to an even higher standard.
Folks, I don't know if you're aware of the higher standards and how strict they are on, well, at least they used to be back in the day. I mean, here lately, it seems like they'll just give anybody a CDL driver's license. I'm 55 years old. I started doing delivery work when I was 18. I've been stuck at that horrible. I say it that because sometimes it's like, when am I ever going to get away from it? But I'm also very proud of my... You know, I guess you could say as a professional driver. Because, yeah, at one time I had a CDL license. And I can remember the scare that they tried to put in all of us when I went to this driving school. And they did everything they could because they figured if it scares you too much, then maybe you'll have the brains to like, oh, that's it. I'm not going to do this. This is too scary because they throw out all the tactics of this is what could possibly happen, you know, if you get in trouble with the CDL license. And They do. Let's just put it this way. If a highway patrolman pulls you over, it doesn't matter if you're driving your company truck or you're an owner operator. Let's say you're driving an 18-wheeler as a Class A driver's license or even a Class B. It doesn't matter if you're in your own car or if you're working. You have less rights. In other words, they tell you what you have to do. And if you argue with it, then you could find yourself spending more jail time and triple, if not 5 times the price of what a non-operating or a non-CDL driver's license. And this girl right here, as we could clearly well see, she doesn't have a care in the world about anybody else but herself. And she apparently didn't pay attention to all the scare tactics that could happen to her as she has a CDL. I'm shocked. Why am I shocked? Let's just get on with the video.
Because of that CDL. You now have a total of 4 open cases, one of those being this FSGI and an evading arrest in a motor vehicle. I am taking away your privilege to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine.
Sorry. Yep, whatever. Whatever. Jeez, what an attitude on this woman. Just read in the face.
I truly am at a loss with the attitude.
Okay.
Truly.
Okay.
In this case here,
What?
not only do we have an FSGI, but it's also alleged that you backed up and hit the person intentionally.
Oh, here comes cops.
Because
So,
allegedly hungry. So now, this is an affidavit, and I hope that you take it seriously. Because if you don't, there will truly be disastrous consequences.
I seriously
Ms.
doubt
Gill,
it. Oh,
I
that
want
look
you
on
to
her face
understand
just
that I'm
says it
going to
all.
do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand?
I understand you, Your Honor.
Right. Coming from somebody who can't put her shirt on properly.
May I make argument for a PR bond, Your Honor? She's made a bond in the felony already. And even with the affidavit to not drive, I expressed to her that that was a possibility of a bond condition. I've spoken with her. She has family members who can help her
Wasted my
get to and
time.
from
That's the
court.
attitude.
She's a single mother of 2 children. She has lived at this address here in Houston for the past 5 years. She lives with her mother. She lives with her younger brother. Has lived in Harris County her entire life. And she has, in these felonies, she's actually applied to be put in mental health court because during this incident and the felonies, she was unmedicated and she has a history of mental health diagnoses. And so as a client of the Harris County Public Defender's Office, we have every intention of getting her treatment
I don't
for
buy
those
it.
mental health issues. But she's already made a bond in the felony, and she's willing to abide by any condition that this court will impose on her. It's down to the difference between $0 and $100.
If she's got some mental health issues, then, this is something that I find to be an absolute shame in this country. If you are going to get a CDL license, I think that's something that should be a requirement, is to test your mental health. I mean, if they're going to have so many other non-criterias of even where they're going to have illegal immigrants come to this country and get a CDL license, and they should find out if you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if you're going to drive a heavy operating machinery such as what she could have been possibly driving. We don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm just saying. Wake up, America.
I appreciate your argument. She's technically, you are right on bond. My feeling is that these felony courts probably do not know that she has now picked up this case yet. So I don't know what, if anything, they're going to do when they do discover this. I find, Ms. Goucher, right? Is that what it is? Ms. Goucher,
She's screwed.
I really appreciate your argument going to bat for her, but I think with her demeanor, her attitude, her reckless and wanton action on the road, is that you are a danger to the public. And your bond is now set at 1,000, and
no?
I'm going to raise it to 5 because I think that you really are a danger to the public. And
That's
your
it?
attitude shows us and tells me that, hey,
Only
I'm going to
5,000?
do what I want to do, and that's it. And that's always, I mean, really,
Don't say it.
how many people died this weekend on the road because of the reckless
That's
and wanton
why-
actions? All we want are our streets to be safe.
You're not helping me, Your Honor. You're not helping me. I'm struggling. I'm a single mom, and I've been struggling with the courts for years already, and I'm tired of it. Okay? I was beat, okay, in front of my children, and I was thrown on the ground like an animal, okay? And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all of this, okay? In front of my children. My children have trauma, okay? And I have no insurance for the medication, and I have not been on the medication. I'm trying to get the insurance to get on the medication.
Ms. Gill,
Okay.
I understand that, but at some point, your actions become your own. Right?
Thank
You
you.
don't understand. I'm colored. You don't understand me.
Oh,
You don't
really?
understand me. If I was a different color, you would.
Okay.
It's so true. It's so true.
Wow.
You know this. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
dear Lord. Is this where we're at in 2025? Why am I surprised?
I call out discrimination when I see it on a daily basis, man. I don't care who it is. I don't care what color. If they're a small farm animal, I don't care. I call it when I see it. The only thing, because I don't know them. The way I get to know them is in paper. And they tell me what happens in the case. And from what I see here and what has transpired here within the last 10 minutes. Really?
Officer Harris did not read me my rights.
Well, I will let
They've been mishandling me like this for years already, okay? I have the right to tell you this. And I'm telling you, she did not read me my rights. She just shoved me behind the officer car. I did not get a voice to speak out anything.
Yes.
She just brought me to jail.
You guys speak about that. I'll tell you, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave your bond at $1,000 now. All right. I'm not going to raise to $5,000, but I can't continue to give you a PR bond.
From employment too.
Listen.
Okay.
Do not drive. It's the only thing I'm asking you to do.
I'm a commercial driver.
Don't pick up a new case.
Yes, sir.
And just, all right.
This is exactly the kind of stuff that we talk about here on this channel. You know, the everyday circus like you see in courtrooms like this. You know, a person that's caught red-handed hit with a hit and run, yet still convinced that her, if I were a different color, and this whole entitlement attitude was gonna, get her off the hook. It's not just the crime, it's her attitude. You know, it's just sad but true, but it's American Idiocracy on its full display right here. Yeah, I can go on and on, so I'm just going to ask you, so what do you think? Was this the dumbest excuse you've ever heard in a courtroom, or have you seen worse? I'll tell you what, just if you would, I would love it. Drop your thoughts below, and I'm definitely going to read it, because that's my goal, is to read everybody's comments here. And if you want more real cases that show how far American Idiocracy is growing, well, then I would truly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, because there's definitely plenty of more of them coming our way here on American Idiocracy. Sad but true.